relaxed in the parade, looked good. So 4, 2, 3 and 1.
I think Horizon Dore is the one I would add to that mix. He is a right good horse with a turn of foot, and he's improving. He is the European equivalent of Rushen Park here. They're the two horses that are moving forward at the right time and are in excellent form. I thought Horizon Dore did outstandingly to hang on for third despite running an upside down race at Ascot on horrible ground. This will be much more suitable for him. I was talking to Christian de Muro earlier today, who'd ridden him twice earlier in the season. Mikel Barcelona, today's rider, is retained by the owners, which is why he's riding. Christian said he is a proper horse. I've been very impressed both times I've ridden him. I can see him running a bold race from the inside post. Obviously Romantic Warrior is the one to beat on his achievements here at Sha Tin, which have been stellar, not just in this race but also in the QE2 twice. And I echo Jenny's thoughts about Rushen Park. I think he's the clear Japanese pick here.
Right on start time here, Paul. 1.6 this favourite. What's the plan? Where's the late money going?
Yeah, going with he's in the QQP, which is with Horizon Dore and also Prognosis. So 2, 3 and 11. Look, there's money coming through Prognosis. He's now to 7.8, and Rushen Park, he's into 9 to 1. So both the Japanese have been backed through exotics, 3 and 4, and both have been backed on the win line. Romantic Warrior's just starting to drift out. He came right into 1.3 after the All-Ups. He's now out to 1.6. Luxembourg, he's steady at 8.3, and there's not too much for anything else at this stage, but Romantic Warrior is going to start a short price favourite.
We know, Nick, around Luxembourg how good that Irish Champion Stakes form is with horses like King of Steel, Point Lonsdale and Nesto. It stacks up very well, doesn't it?
It does. He was right on the front end and he was able to dictate, and he set the race up really for his stable companion August Rodin, but he boxed on very well. He's a high-class horse, Luxembourg, make no mistake. As Nick Child pointed out with Tom Magna, Group 1 winner at 2 when the world was his oyster and he was going to be the great superstar. He hasn't quite achieved that level, but perhaps the fact that he hasn't become one of the all-time greats means that we are inclined to damn him with fade praise. He's still a rattling good horse. He's still worthy of his place in this lineup. And if, as is the case, Aidan O'Brien's been laying him out for it, you know, we have to trust that he can run a bold race. I just don't love the barrier in 10 here for him.
Yeah, and also a horse like Money Catcher is probably going to go forward with him. So whether or not he gets a lot of pressure if he wants to be on that speed as well.
Prognosis here. We've seen him, Jenny, in the past, FWD QE2 Cup. Zach Purton sort of argues that he could have beaten Romantic Warrior that day. Things didn't go to plan, over-raced a little bit in the early stages, wanted to get the mouth open, but since going back to Japan, he absolutely walloped them for 6 in the Sapporo Kinnan, didn't he? It
was a superb performance from him, no doubt about it. And he's fronted up looking really quite well too, Prognosis. So he is a son of Deep Impact, and he's a very talented horse. Gate 6 for him. He only weighs in at 1,040, but he's a really neatly put together type.
Those connections have come here to Hong Kong. They've had a taste of it. This is the race they've targeted with them, haven't they?
Absolutely. Why wouldn't you? I mean, this is one of the most valuable races of its distance on turf anywhere in the world. So it's a great target for a horse who loves to gallop, loves to run at pace.
Jenny, this race with Money Catcher close up last year, but is this probably another step up again because it looks a lot stronger than what he faced last year?
Yeah, his last win was back in January, and that was the January Cup at Group 3 level. Look, he always needs an uncontested lead, and I just don't know that he's going to get that with the likes of Luxembourg in this race. But he is a lovely horse. I've always got plenty of time for him. I get my favourites. They don't have to be the best horses, but he always looks good, and he's just a lovely natured horse.
They're loading away well here for the 4th and final race of the Turf World Championships here at Sha Tin on the Sunday afternoon. This is the running of the 2,000 metre Longines Hong Kong Cup with race caller Mark McNamara.
Thank you, Tom. 2 to load. Romantic Warrior to come up. He's 1.8. There's money everywhere here. Luxembourg green on a win line. Prognosis green on a win line. Rushen Park green on a place line. And the 11 horse, Horizon Dore, also backed win and place for France, looking for a double. They're ready to go. The crowd is ready. The starter is ready, the horses are ready, and they're racing. Horizon Dore off the inside jump really awkwardly. Mikel Barcelona, it didn't nearly fall off, but he was certainly awkward in the saddle there for a short amount of time. Money Catcher is going to roll across from his wide draw and roll to the lead. Nimble Nimbus running second, Champion Dragon third, and Romantic Warrior slots in to be 1 off, 1 back and 1 out. On the inside then is Straight Aaron from Luxembourg following the favourite. Eshi Iguazu's on the inside of Sword Point, 1.5 Horizon Doorway throwing their head around badly. Rusham Park and Prognosis the last two, 10 lengths off Money Catcher. Left alone in his favourite role at the 1400 metre mark, he's 2.5 Champion Dragon, Nimble Nimbus. Romantic Warrior has settled beautifully, 2 lengths away fourth. Fifth on the inside, Straight Aaron from Luxembourg. Then Hishi Iguazu, Sword Point, a further length and a half to Horizon Dore, who is still keen. Second last is Prognosis, and a length away last of all is Rusham Park. It's Money Catcher at a good clip, 1,000 metres to go. He's out by 3. Second is Champion Dragon, Nimble Nimbus. Third, this is a true staying test. The mile is come up in the race as they turn off the back. And the leader is Money Catcher, a length and a half over Champion Dragon, Nimble Nimbus. Romantic Warrior fourth in the cup field. Then came Straight Aaron, followed next then by Luxembourg getting going. Moore's trying to get McDonald out inside of him, and at work they're both off that pair. Then came Hishi Iguazu, Sword Point, Horizon Dore, Prognosis and Rusham Park. Leader Money Catcher, Nimble Nimbus gone. Romantic Warrior boldly strides up to them, and McDonald sent him to the lead. Luxembourg can't go with him at the moment. Sword Point next, then Hishi Iguazu and Horizon Dore. Romantic Warrior's lead is a length over Luxembourg. Hishi Iguazu, the old boy, he's going a great race. Straight Aaron, leader Romantic Warrior, he's clinging on. Luxembourg driving Romantic Warrior, I think. It might be Romantic Warrior in a head bobber. Luxembourg just would not go away. The old boy, Hishi Iguazu's right there. Terrific finish in the cup. Then came Straight Aaron, Prognosis. Next in Rusham Park, Nimble Nimbus, Sword Point, Money Catcher. Horizon Dore pulled too hard, and Champion Dragon. I think the Warrior's done it. Peter Lau thinks the Warrior's done it. He cuts it fine. Yeah, he's done it. Romantic Warrior will confirm it here on Shutter Cam. Luxembourg was driving at him. It's Romantic Warrior. It's not as close as the Cox Plate. That's an easy win compared to the Cox Plate. He's done it again. James McDonald, Denny Shum, Luxembourg. Moore was tactical. He had McDonald out and running, and he's nearly brought him undone. And then Joe Moreira on the old boy, Hishi Iguazu's produced a cracking ride, and he's nearly upstaged the pair of them. He wanted the post badly. He was all out, Romantic Warrior. James looked across. He thought he'd been beaten in the Cox Plate. What's the reaction like after the line? Is there a smile there? Is there a smile there? Oh, he's a little nonplussed. And he's going to win the race by a short head. Looks easier on that angle. Hishi Iguazu third, Straight Aaron fourth, and Prognosis has run on for fifth. The photo is still in the frame, Nick, but we've seen the shutter cam. James McDonald, it was close in the Cox Plate. He's won this easily compared to that race.
So there you go.
Yes! I can hear you!
James, the result's still not in the frame just yet, but you're giving us nervous moments, you and this horse, in recent runs. If it's a Cox Plate, it's a Hong Kong Cup. How about that?
I just want that number to be in the frame first.
Should we wait for that?
But yeah, I'd say so. But
there you go.
Ryan was...
Well done. Special horse, isn't he?
I'm so proud. Proud of this horse. So proud of him. He's the best horse.
You've ridden some good ones, James, as well.
I thought he's one of the toughest horses I've ever ridden.
Really? What is it that makes him so special?
Well, he's so easy to ride. He's got a heart as big as a lion. And he's travelled from Australia to here. Yeah. This is his best win by a mile.
James, enjoy this. I know you will.
Thanks, mate.
Great to hear there from James McDonald in front of a rapturous crowd as we take in the replay of the Cup.
Racing Horizon Dore off the inside jump really awkwardly. Calbars alone, it didn't nearly fall off, but he was certainly awkward in the saddle there for a short amount of time. Money Catcher is going to roll across from his wide draw and roll to the lead. Nimble Nimbus running second, Champion Dragon third, and Romantic Warrior slots in to be one off, one back and one out. On the inside then is Straight Aaron from Luxembourg. Luxembourg following the favourite. Ishiaguazu's on the inside of Sword Point, 1.5 Horizon Dore throwing their head around badly. Rusham Park and Prognosis the last two, 10 lengths off Money Catcher. Left alone in his favourite role at the 1400 metre mark, he's 2.5 Champion Dragon Nimble Nimbus. Romantic Warrior has settled beautifully, 2 lengths away fourth. Fifth on the inside, Straight Aaron from Luxembourg. Then Ishiaguazu, Sword Point, a further length and a half to Horizon Dore, who is still keen. Second last is Prognosis, and a length away last of all is Rusham Park. It's Money Catcher at a good clip, 1,000 metres to go. He's out by 3. Second is Champion Dragon, Nimble Nimbus. Third, this is a true staying test. The mile is come up in the race as they turn off the back. And the leader is Money Catcher, a length and a half over Champion Dragon, Nimble Nimbus. Romantic Warrior fourth in the cup field. Then came Straight Aaron, followed next then by Luxembourg getting going. Moore's trying to get McDonald out inside of him, and it worked. They're both off that pair. Then came Ishiaguazu, Sword Point, Horizon Dore, Prognosis and Rusham Park. Leader Money Catcher, Nimble Nimbus gone. Romantic Warrior boldly strides up to them, and McDonald sent him to the lead. Luxembourg can't go with him at the moment. Sword Point next, then Ishiaguazu and Horizon Dore. Romantic Warrior's lead is a length over Luxembourg. Ishiaguazu, the old boy, he's going a great race. Straight Aaron, leader Romantic Warrior, he's clinging on. Luxembourg driving Romantic Warrior, I think.
2:157, there's the photo as well, and it's 2 minutes 2.00 the winner's time. That was well outside what they ran last year in this race, 1:59.7. A short head by a short head there, Paul, but Romantic Warriors held on here from Luxembourg. And what about the run of Ishiaguazu between runners and Straight? Aaron's gone a bottler as well.
Yeah, good run from him, wasn't it? 23.50 drifted out to a lot of late money for Prognosis. He came into 4.